around a kind of turbulent sky. This week could actually bring some of the best news that we've seen in a while. Expect some lucky breaks and some positive developments around money and love. No matter what's going on in the world, no matter what's going on in the political sphere or the geological sphere, we have lives to live. And this week ahead has some very positive stories to tell.
Lunatic astrology.
Welcome to the week of March the 2nd to the 8th. It is incredibly intense. We have a total blood moon eclipse in Virgo on March the 3rd. But rather than talk about that eclipse, I've covered it in depth the day before this video comes out, which will be on a Sunday, and the day before that, the world astrology for that incredibly powerful eclipse with astrologer Donnie Lim. So go back and watch those videos. I'll put them in the description box below. This week, instead of talking about that eclipse, we're going to talk about Mars ingressing into Pisces, giving us a run of energy that lasts about 6 weeks, and it's going to open up new doors of change and shift in our sky, because this part of the sky is also where he will become visible on March the 17th. We're also going to bring up what it feels like to see a beautiful joy of life, good vibration of the sun trining Jupiter on March the 4th, 5th. And we're going to talk about a happy surprise in love or money as Venus sextiles Uranus. And finally, we might touch lightly on the Mercury Cazemi on March the 7th, although I might put a special video out just about that Mercury and the heart of the sun from retrogradation. So we got a lot to cover today as we talk about this week's sky. It's busy as all F. Let's just put it that way. Nothing about the sky is slow moving. In my all signs videos for March, of course, I cover your sign in great depth in those videos that dropped a few days ago. So go check out your 30 to 40 minute video that I recorded for you about the month of March, including some information about that eclipse. Now, I would really suggest you watch Sunday's video where I deep dive into this eclipse cycle, how the Virgo and Pisces cycle has been operating in your life and what other years it happened. So go watch yesterday's video for the eclipse content. Don't forget, even though the eclipse is on March the 3rd, even though it's a total blood moon eclipse, in your life, this part of the story may not mean anything on the day of the eclipse. It's often a week or two before the eclipse. It's often up to 3 to 6 months after the eclipse that all of the energy really begins to show you what it's about. You will not know right away what it means, not normally, but sometimes you do. Okay, so let's talk about this week ahead. I'm going to overview it for you. Then we're going to go through all signs. If you like this kind of content, where I teach you how astrology is a map of time and how you can use it to time your best life, you probably will like to see the content I created for 2026 for your sign as I navigate all of the energies of the year 2026 for your sun, moon, and rising. That is still for sale down below. You can get that as a individual video. Just buy one, your moon or your rising or your sun, or get the bundle of videos. That's going to be over 30 something hours of video content, 2+ hours for each sign. And you can share with friends and family, share with your kids, listen for sun, moon, and rising. And that's my yearly fundraiser. So I don't even want to explain it all. I'm tired of talking about it, but a scholarship fund for students, equipment for me, and hiring staff to help me with this channel. Let's get going. So let's talk Mars for a minute, just as a theme, just as an idea. You know, Mars in Pisces is neutrally dignified, and he's like swimming through the Pisces Sea. I don't know. Think of him like a competitive lap swimmer going across the English Channel. He's got his swim game on, right? Or a martial artist at the top of his kung fu fighting, flowing movement. And Mars is moving into Pisces, which belongs to Jupiter, who happens to be exalted in Cancer, witnessing Mars swimming through his Pisces Sea. There's a good vibe here because Jupiter is flowing to Mars as he swims through the sign of Pisces. And so Mars in Pisces around the March 2nd, 3rd time zone dependent, March 2nd for me, I think, and staying here till April the 9th with a love from Jupiter flowing from exaltation in Cancer is a good thing. It's a very good thing. And there's a lot about Mars in Pisces that goes beyond that. I'm going to dedicate a whole Sunday video drop a week from now on how you must understand that Mars in Pisces will rise to the visible sky. And that will mean that you will rise for 2 whole years in this part of your chart. And you've done it 3 other times in the last 100 years. And I'll tell you about that cycle, because Mars rising in Pisces means you will rise to a level of new height or success or visibility in that part of your chart. And I want to help you understand that. So that All Signs video, which is a friggin' big deal, is coming out on the Sunday that follows this Monday drop. Now, in the meantime, just know that good surfing vibrations are happening with Mars. He could be surfing, lap swimming, or speedboating through Pisces, and you'll get his actions and decisions and momentum there in the whole sign Pisces part of your chart till April the 9th, with more visible momentum after the 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day, when he becomes a visible planet in our sky again, because right now he's invisible behind the beams of the sun. The other thing I want you to know is in the sky in this week ahead, as a general principle, one of the positive lights in the sky is an exalted Venus in Pisces, in a top of her game, coming through the sky this week around the 4th and the 5th, sextiling Uranus at the end of Algol, well, star Taurus, bringing something very positive into each of our lives. And I'm probably going to drill into that, because the Mercury Cazemi on March the 7th, which will be a, hang on, 2, 3, 4, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't know, it'd be on the weekend. I'll probably drop a video about that on Thursday. Well, you may not understand that Mercury in the heart of the sun is magnificently important. It is. I have a free webinar on that. You can sign up for it in the description box below, where I'll teach you how to harness that power. And I'll probably do a Thursday video just about it. So to keep it fun and breezy, let's focus on the 2 most positive sky stories this week. Venus sextiles Uranus around the 3rd to the 5th of March. And that's going to be yay you, lucky, positive, money and love surprises. And then on March 4th and 5th, Sun, which is the joy of life. It is really just a buoyant and positive energy for the world, an exalted Jupiter trining the sun in Pisces on the 4th and the 5th. And with the North Node in Pisces amplifying and voluming it up, I can safely say, eclipse aside, that you're going to like March the 3rd through to about the 6th in particular. This week ahead has beautiful stories going on. Well, let's get started, shall we? My Monday drops are my shortest and fastest storylines. I usually talk quickly. I usually get a lot done in about an hour or so. So if I'm talking too fast, you can slow me down. And that's easy to do on the playback speed free option on YouTube. And if you want to check me out at Substack or Patreon community or anywhere else, check my description box below, where you'll find me writing world astrology articles weekly and weekly audio podcasts for your sign. No ads over there on Substack, but also on my Patreon community, I teach classes and I'd love to have you there. All right. So let me get going and let me share this with you. The interview with Donnie Lim that I'll be recording tonight. Man, that guy is so much fun. And he's a great mundane astrologer. And we're really diving into the Virgo eclipse. By the time you're watching this video, the week of Monday, the 3rd, add 7 days, that world astrology for the Virgo eclipse came out on a Saturday, the 28th of February. Here's the sky. Look what's going on. Happens to be set for Leo rising. No big deal. But here's what I want you to notice. March the 2nd is a Monday. In my time zone, this is San Francisco, but this area, I'm worried about an earthquake in the west coast of California coming off February 27th square of Mars Uranus. So just keep in mind that I've talked about that already in many different places. I'm still worried about earthquake in California. The concern has not left me, but Mars has moved out of the square to Uranus by sign-based square and moved on March the 2nd into the sign of Pisces. And hopefully that could mean that the earthquake risk has passed. Cross our fingers, shall we? For a magnitude mega quake in the California, Oregon area. But I'm recording this before anything has happened, because I'm recording this for you on February 24th. And my name is Lori Lothian, and this Western Tropical Zodiac Astrology. Welcome to the channel. Now, one thing I will say is that I told you Mars will make a heliacal visible rise on the 17th. So, well, you're getting a lot of mojo and power in your Pisces sky. And for like, say, a Leo, this is chunky money. You probably won't see your action results really taking place till after the 17th of March. But we also can see that as the week begins, Venus is blessing this story. She's exalted on Monday at 25 degrees of Pisces, and she's flowing to in her Taurus kingdom. She's flowing to Uranus. Well, yes, unexpected or surprising, erratic, disruptive, types of storylines, shocks, twists and turns. But the sextile is positive. It's usually something good. And Venus is in a condition of exaltation. So she's looking at and applying to Uranus for a happy, positive surprise of some type. I'll go through all signs in a minute. Well, at the same time she's doing that, we see the sun at 12 degrees of Pisces getting ready to flow beautifully to Jupiter. And that also has such a lovely, golden, buoyant attitude. That will be around March the 6th, 5th, which is on Thursday, that it is exact. Okay. So Thursday, we have this beautiful trine. And, according to Ren Butler and the archetypal universe, and don't forget Jupiter exalted in Cancer, he only can be here in his exaltation like this once every 12 years. So it's a rare buoyancy, and it happens to be retrograde Jupiter on Thursday. And he's at a degree that he spent a lot of time in the month of August, especially around August the 14th to the 22nd. There's a lot of Jupiter 15-degree vibe back then. So you might be kind of time traveling Thursday to some good, buoyant, positive energy that reconnects you to August of 2025. Now, here is the story of a warm and sunny nature, dramatic flair, enthusiasm for life, zest and joy, goodwill and generosity in the heavens on Thursday. Well, at the same time, Venus is just finishing up her positive love and money surprises coming through the sky as well. So when all systems go away, other than the fact that there's a blood moon eclipse, during a Mercury retrograde, I think that we're going to mostly like the sky individually and collectively. Now, I hear what you say before we get to the all signs. Lori, I love your world astrology. What could it mean for the world? Oh, my goodness. Well, Jupiter is on the sun of the United States of America, really close by. So there could be some good news going on regarding leadership and rulership in America, possibly. Or good developments or positive ebullient stories, like where everybody wants to celebrate. And it might involve money connected to the nation, banks and financing and money matters. So maybe I could say good economic news could emerge regarding either the stock markets or the economic figures of the country around Thursday. I don't know if there's anything pending, like a report. A lot of these economic reports come out on Fridays, but there could be some good economic reports. I know that a judge said the tariffs that Trump did are illegal, Supreme Court ruling or something. That has already happened as good news. There might be another layer of good news around tariffs, because Mercury rules tariffs, and he's in Pisces. Mercury rules tariffs, right? The Mercury's repealing something, pulling back on something. So we could say repealing of tariffs, and even more good news around tariff stuff in the United States could be a story. Who knows? And the other thing about it is that if I look at the world astrology angle and I move myself away from the United States and its economics and tariffs and things like that, and I take a bigger picture view, maybe things to do with the world at large, this could be some information that's positive regarding, I'm just sitting with it. I'm just trying to feel into this. It may involve something to do with Leo rising countries. That would be Iran, has a 17 Leo rising, maybe a forestalling of the peril of war, and some good news that Iran is signing the deal that Trump's administration is giving them regarding nuclear enrichment of uranium. But I know that Iran will not sign a deal to retire all of its ballistic missiles. Like, no country would do that if you're in a dangerous neighborhood with a pit bull country that will attack you. with its own nuclear armament. So, but there could be some positive news regarding deals and negotiations regarding Iran coming through the sky this week ahead. I don't think the United States is going to war with Iran this week. I already said that. It's in my Substack article. And I don't think the generals will allow for that. I don't think that the actual general structure, generals and military and Pentagon structure would advise an overt war with Iran under any circumstances. The other element, maybe in terms of the world and world astrology, well, Jupiter sits in a part of the sky that can represent the leadership of Israel, the executive branch, the governing structures of Israel, and some positive developments there. A lot of people think Netanyahu suddenly falling deathly ill would be very positive. We can see that as well. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Because I've already written on Substack about how there's poisoning peril and health challenges for that particular individual. And that's up in the intensity of the sky during the eclipse and also the week before this video comes out. I would also maybe think about the energy of, I'm just sitting with it, guys. There's so many things that have to do with this part of the sky. The Epstein files are highly scorpionic, connected to Epstein's midheaven. And yet they're going to be water trining the sort of the midheaven energy of Epstein this week ahead. So, well, that whole thing has been absolutely disastrously treacherous and very deeply disturbing. There could be something positive developing regarding information from the past connected to Epstein, especially, I shouldn't even say his name, it's verboten here on YouTube, the E-files, because it could lead to some positive developments. Like there's another tranche of 3 million emails or information or photos that hasn't been released. And maybe that will be news that will actually be now released by Congress is forcing the hand of the department that Bondi is in charge of. Sorry, I'm a Canadian, so I always forget the names of all these departments. Don't forget the name of the Department of War because it's idiotic. It's like we're in a cartoon. We're in a cartoon. Hegsworth is in a cartoon. Bing, bang, bow, pashku, kapow. Department of War. How about the Department of Defense? Let's go back to the basics, guys. You can do the Department of Overt Aggression against other countries. All right, so that's what we got. As I'm not going to belabor the world astrology this week ahead. A lot of stuff I'm going to do with world astrology is tied to that eclipse. I've covered it Substack. I've covered it with Donnie on Saturday's drop, Donnie Lim. All right, let's get going. Let's start the sky rolling. I don't know. We're going to start with Aries. Let's be very traditional. Let's go back to the basics. And I'm really going to focus on the good news stuff. I don't know what this thumbnail will be called. Good news week ahead for all 12 signs. How does that sound? It's basically what it is. Good developments, positive developments for all 12 signs. Now, I'm going to just take us back a bit. I'm having a hunger attack, but I will not stop. I'm like the post office guy. I had the flu for 10 days, and I produced all of my March videos with a flu. The show must go on, right? Or the postman must deliver the news. So here I am feeling better today, but speaking quickly as we start with Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sun, career and purpose, Moon, home, nest, Rising, anything circumstantially that can change your life. All right. So, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What we see here, yeah, we do, is you're going to notice that the sky opens up this beautiful energy of a happy or positive surprise with Venus and Uranus. Now, this is a money story because Uranus is in your money house. You earn money here. Algol is a wealth star when it's not decapitating someone. And it's also connected to Venus in a house, inner exaltation, in a house that you can make money if you work for a foreign company. You live in a foreign country and make money. You make money from foreign customers and clients, which is often the case these days because you have transactions through borderless revenue and income because you are using the PayPal, Stripe, and payment processors. So there is a beautiful surprise financially that may begin to emerge Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through your sky. Oh, just trust me, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And you'll feel like, yay, that was nice. I love that money surprise. That's what it looks like. I can't see how else it's not anything but that, unless you have a positive surprise regarding quitting an addiction or a positive surprise regarding a romantic love story connected to foreign people and foreign places and foreign lands. and something to do with money connected to a foreigner and a romantic situation. So, maybe your romantic foreign partner is going to win the lottery and share it with you, Aries, or something like that. Otherwise, it's a money surprise. It's positive. It also could be a good surprise around your face. Like you find out that your teeth are fine, or you don't need a nose job after all, whatever. Some good news around things to do with hospitals and surgeries, or penetrating devices like lasers, Mars, and hospitals and clinics, and Uranus. So you could get some unexpected positive developments, especially around facial rejuvenation. And it could even be a good quote or a good result in these things. But I think it's more like a money story. And 90% of you will experience like a happy money surprise connected to unexpected, almost positive, blindsided developments. For some of you, it could even be connected to the good karma you left behind in other lifetimes that are it's ready to sprout. And, it's something simple. It could be a check in the mail and you thought you'd never get that check, and here it comes, so to speak. Someone deposits money into your bank account as a surprise. Those like buy me a coffee and those Venmo, someone tips you a really big tip. So there's some, nice money stories going on for all of the Aries sun, moon, and rising at this time. Now, Venus exalted can mean it's quite luscious. You're really quite excited by it. You're not like dismissing this. And equally so, maybe your significant long-term relationship partner has a positive money surprise, but translates to you benefiting from it as well. Then the next thing we want to talk about just really briefly is what is it like to have this joyful, easy, gorgeous solar energy of generosity. And what else did Ren like to say about it? Oh, he says a lot, but it's good for, by the way, let's just talk about generosity, goodwill, zest, enthusiasm, and joy for life. This vibe is taking place in property, land, home, and real estate, foreign lands, distant shores, and far off places. There's a possible way this could translate as a bit of inheritance money or spousal support money coming to you in a way that you didn't expect. Yes, that could happen. Or money from a significant other benefiting you when it comes to residential land, property, and real estate. Surprise! And this is what may occur. And with Mercury's condition, an unexpected positive surprise regarding rental property opportunities as well that feels joyous and full of love and goodness and generosity. Yes, for some of you, you'll feel this, and it will be very precise or very intense or very positively good on the 4th and 5th of March. So with a nice epicenter on Thursday on the 5th. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. What a positive sky with a happy surprise. Venus sextiles Uranus, just a nice light touch of something good. The wealth star and the unexpected and the outside the box and the erratic inventive energies are with you. And the surprise is coming from a friend, a sibling one older, from an ally, a benefactor, or in the work situation as well, like a raise or a promotion or an extra bit of money coming to you from your job situation or work situation. It ties to job, work, employment structures. It ties as well to your own sense of joyful, gleeful surprise as something good is trying to happen. If you're unemployed, you might get a job. If you're looking for a job, it looks like the interview comes your way. And maybe if you're in a job, you get a raise or a promotion or advancement or just a bonus check coming through. And you're just surprised. Now, the joyous, generous goodwill of Jupiter and the sun also suggests that things connected to travel and neighbors and neighborhood and friends is also going to flow. It could be very beautiful for social time with friends from the past that you haven't spent time with in your local community. It could also look like a nice little perk in your career gains connected to social media, short distance travel, and some positive energy in the life of a sibling, one older and one younger than you. And it also sort of turbocharges a very good feeling for you in this week ahead. And I would use that Jupiter here to go back to August of last summer, because somehow the goodwill, good vibe, good, news, it could even be good news with Mercury here, can take the form of a return of something that was percolating last August. And now it's going to fulfill itself. And that does include travel to friends, with friends, connecting to friends and siblings, and travel opportunities for sure. And the exalted Venus hanging out there could also mean an exalted locational change to a new neighborhood, bringing a sense of generosity and goodwill and joy in this week ahead. I need water. Let me get water and come. Well, let me finish you. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. A happy money and love surprise? Well, probably a career surprise. Venus in the top of the sky in the career zone, exalted, is applying to a shocking, surprising development in the 12th house. Now, there's a couple of thoughts. If you're looking for love, you could meet somebody from a foreign land, foreign shore in the workplace, and there might be a nice little sizzle going, a really friendly vibe. There also could be something connected up here to your career, looking like it wants to develop into something very financially successful if you want to make money internationally from foreign companies, foreign revenue, foreign clients, digital payment processing and all of that. So there could be a nice exaltation of your reputation leading to an increase of money. Venus exalted in the 10th house is really good for getting in front of the public and having surprising results. It could be financially lucrative, especially if money income doesn't depend on the borders of one country. And I like this energy, and it's very beautiful. Again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for announcements regarding relationship status to the world. I'm getting married. I'm getting separated. I'm getting engaged. Those can happen under this kind of sky. It may involve someone in a distant shore or foreign land, but it's that kind of Mercury, Venus announcing an exaltation of love in the high noon of the sky. I guess you could also get unexpected raises, promotions, or advancements in your workplace under this story. So before we move on, which I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about Jupiter and then move on to the next sign. I got my water. Jupiter is goodness and positivity financially connected to money, earnings, and resources that take you back to your vibe in August of last year. He's retrograding to the sky spot of August of last year, and he flows to the sun and the sun flows to him. In fact, they're meeting each other in the same direction, like sun's moving towards Jupiter, Jupiter's moving towards the sun. And I kind of think that you might find this energy like, wowza, like something really good is happening professionally connected to my finances, job, and work. I don't know what it is. Again, it all ties in. The themes are similar: raises, promotions, advancements, offers, opportunities, and on we go. Now, golden career opportunity. Let's call it that way. I need water. Give me a 30-second break. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising is this incredibly powerful and positive week ahead. If you haven't liked and subscribed or hyped and all that good jazz, would you think about doing it? And welcome to all of the 8,500 newbies that plowed into my channel January into early February. So glad you're here. Let me know that you're new, and I'll try to heart you in the comments, okay? And all my regulars who've been with me for years, thank you for hanging in there. I've been through some ups and downs. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, let's look at Monday to Wednesday, where you have something surprising that might occur to do with your 9th house, which is a very lucky house anyway, with Venus up there, and a surprise in the 11th. Now, when pennies from heaven and windfalls can be vibrationally connected to this 11th house, and Venus isn't a luck house, but you may have some unexpected financial luck or surprises. It could come from a sibling 1 older, a sibling 2 older. It could come through good news that you're going to get into your favorite university or college, a great news about a book publishing deal, great news about a legal situation and winning, especially with Mars, the lawsuit god here, or your favorite lawyer taking you on. You also could benefit from a friend. A friend may, especially if the friend is in a foreign country, like they're a foreigner or they're now living in a foreign country, and there may be some unexpected news because Mercury is here retrograde from that friend. And it's just a positive surprise coming through a friendship, someone you know, delivering this unexpectedly positive vibe for you Monday through Wednesday. If you're going to get any love out of this, because Venus can bring it, unexpectedly falling madly in love with somebody in your friendship circles, or being introduced to somebody from a foreign country and foreign shore through friends who set you up, or you hanging with friends at an event or doing something in a public setting, social setting, and you meet this person. I would say likely a foreigner with a Venus placement. Different language, culture, skin color, religion. They don't have to be literally a foreigner, but they're foreign to your makeup. So that's for you singletons, looking for love. Unexpected travel opportunities to far off places and distant shores connected to siblings as another opportunity here. With Jupiter, as we move through towards Thursday, it's exact. So building up to Thursday, Jupiter will be trining or flowing into the sun, and the sun flowing to Jupiter for a generous and goodwill and joy of life vibe. You're feeling the joy. This brings you back to how you felt in August, people, places, and things that were active, including under this sky, siblings and maybe travel. And Venus is the sisterhood. So for some of you, it might be female siblings, but Jupiter's trining the sun. So there's almost like a good, generous, lucky break when it comes to academics, foreign lands, foreign shores, book publishing deals, matters connected to distant places, matters connected to the word international, matters connected to winning in court. And Mars here with all of this stellium could help you by March 6th really come to a success in a winning of a court matter or a legal matter as well. Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign, welcome to this positive week ahead. It looks to me like you might want to capitalize on, don't forget the eclipse videos have been covered. You might want to capitalize on this luck that Venus could deliver that can be financial. Venus is in a chunky money house, exalted. She happens to be favorably speaking to Uranus in her home kingdom, and he's on Algol, which can indicate wealth. There may be also a fortunate financial outcome to do with a chunk of money. It can be a sign-on bonus, a severance package, a commission check, something good is on the money front here. There may be also something that is coming through the sky from a spousal shared resource matter, money you share with a significant other, and something to do with your work, career, and reputation. There may be some stories here too with Venus here to do with a surprising love affair connected to your professional story and keeping it a secret because it's so surprising. One should not be in love with the boss, or the boss should not be making the moves, but there may be a love surprising kind of a secret, stealthy love story that's building up connected to your professional environment, right? And there may be, you might be surprised by it coming into activation for you. With Jupiter flowing or trining the sun and the sun trining back, the energy would be a golden and generous love up in the chunky money part of your chart, also connected to backroom deals and negotiations, foreign lands and foreign people, and bed pleasures. I don't know. Some of you could be having a lot of fun in the sack here, so to speak, this week ahead, but there might be something a little bit secretive about that love story for some reason. You don't want the world to find out, although potentially this could break you into the public and people now find out about it. The other energy I'd say is, what about some positive money coming to your sky through an inheritance? Well, it's not the most positive thing for most people. There can be news here with the Sun, Jupiter, and the Mars activation to do with family of origin money. And well, it's generous and it's goodwill oriented. So it doesn't mean the person's passed away. Maybe just someone in your family wants to give money to you, support you. Maybe a trust fund wants to be established. I mean, it doesn't have to be negative. It's just, here's some money from the family of origin. It's a possibility for some of you this week ahead. And I mean, the sun is very powerfully the ruler of you. So when it trines Jupiter, you always benefit in some fundamental way. And this could be also very good for you. If any of you are thinking of changing your home and moving to a different home, there's suddenly a financial situation that is enabling a move of home for you. Okay. This week ahead, epicenter Thursday. All right. Mercury. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. What a positive sky, other than that eclipse, total blood moon eclipse in your sign. But I covered you on yesterday's video that came out for all signs, Sunday's video, and the day before that, the world astrology. But yes, you are under an intense eclipse at around 13 degrees of Virgo, and it's going to impact all Virgos, but more closely your sun, moon, and rising are to that eclipse that's occurring on March the 3rd, Tuesday, the more intense it will be. The side stories are much easier. I don't mind the fact that you have Venus in the house of your significant relationships and business and love in a beautiful exaltation, trining the surprise of Uranus connected to Taurus, her kingdom. And this could be a lot of things. It can be unexpected wealth coming to you, connected to in-laws, connected to a father figure, unexpected wedding proposal, unexpected developments for the significant other in your life, and some unexpected financial gain for them. Maybe also connected to some positive developments in the life of a significant long-term love partner and their siblings, and good news coming through in their life. Now, one thing about Venus here, she's exalting your significant long-term love house. If you are single looking for a relationship, yeah, you could start something new sort of under this. There are some problems with it, but not always. And it could be the sudden introduction of a love interest into your life that surprises you. You're always going to be single. You're not going to do anything else. How about this? How about your significant other proposes a getaway to a foreign land? Yes, that could happen. Oh my God, it's so warm in here. Trine of Jupiter in the 11th house of windfalls and pennies from heaven, flowing to your significant relationship house, can benefit your significant other greatly. However, the downside is fertility. If your partner and you are not considering conceiving a child, and particularly this is germane to your significant other, there may be a discovery that there is a pregnancy in the storyline. So in other words, your partner should be a female here. And then, you know that, guys? Females are egg bearers and they make babies in their womb. I'm so glad that we're getting over the woke, super politically correct culture. By the way, I'm a she, her. As if you couldn't, I don't know. I'm so politically incorrect. I know a lot of you just unsubscribed. I am not phobic about stuff. I'm just common sense. Let's continue. I know you unsubscribed. Goodbye. Don't troll me. I want you to consider that you may have a career opportunity coming through that wants to exalt you in terms of more career money and gains. And this can be a breakthrough with human resources this week, or a headhunter, or your LinkedIn job application goes through. Similarly, there could be some nice breakthroughs for your significant long-term love partner if they have an entrepreneurial business. And they're also going to benefit from this sky as they have creative, artistic, and entrepreneurial positive things developing, especially, let's say, Tuesday through to Friday, okay, with the Jupiter trine. This beautiful energy right here. With Jupiter ruling the 4th house of home, property, land, and real estate, matters to do with long-term love and significant long-term love partnerships and property, land, and real estate and domicile and where you live. We have some positive, generous, and lucky opportunities for you this week ahead. Hey, Libra, sun, moon, and rising sign. What a good week other than that eclipse on Tuesday, which I've covered on Sunday's video. Wow. So you're going to notice the beginning of the story is Venus brings a surprise. She's usually all about money and love, but she's in a debt and work house. So if she's going to give you a money surprise connected to debts, your credit card debt payments were suddenly reduced. You got the mortgage of a century. Debt-related positive financial surprises can show up this week ahead, especially with banks, loans, and mortgages, and anything to do with financial industries, or maybe some kind of sudden surge of luck around money that allows you to eliminate debts. Now, there is definitely a lot to do with the workplace here, your job, your career, and lucky breaks here as well, especially if it connects to business partnerships and shared resources with a partner in business in some way. Also, that is really taking place Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then Tuesday through to Friday, Jupiter starts to heat up with the sun. And this is a golden opportunity, and it's generous and full of joy and zest between the career space and the workspace. Go back to last August, what was germinating in your professional reputation and career area that now in connection to employment, employers, employees is really speaking to an amazing highlight. Now, sometimes the office can be a home office, and there may be some positive developments in your home office space connected to your career to just feel spacious and full of love and goodwill and joy. I'm thinking about my daughter and her guy moving to a new place where they have a nice, large, shared new office space. They both work from home. It's just how good they both feel. But he's a Libra sun, so he's feeling good in this spacious, roomy office or something like that, right? Okay. But it could be a job opportunity, a golden job opportunity is emerging for you. It may connect to the past, and it may actually take you back to last August, where you've had some inkling of some opportunities professionally that are now coming back to you and showing up this week ahead. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign. The sky tells me that other than that Tuesday eclipse, there's a lot of positivity here for every sign. And Venus can bring from her exaltation a positive, lucky break called good fortune in her house of her joy in terms of winning money, or in love and romance, or in conception and pregnancy. Now, there is a surprise, and that's the house of a significant other. So my Scorpio rising positive story for my son, whose wife is pregnant, could be that there's two babies inside. I keep saying that because Pisces would be twins, right? Double-bodied sign. So if I get a twins coming out of my son, I'll let you know that there usually has to be twins running in the family line. And I don't think it's an R, so it would have to be in his wife's side of the family. I'll let you know what happens. I think she's almost... October, November, December, January, February. She's going into her 5th month of pregnancy. You could win money here, guys. Okay. Like it can be like play a lottery ticket. Mercury's in the 5th, ruling the windfalls house. Venus is loving up the good fortune here. North Node amplifies it. So this could be feeling like you won the lottery, or you really could win money somehow, or your partner in significant relationship thing can win some money and share it with you. You could look at the sky Monday through Wednesday, Thursday, the Venus story anyway, as your partner has a surprise for you to do with love and romance and money. But you could also, if you're single, fall into like thunder, lightning, the way you love me is frightening. Like, whoa, what the hell is this? I am like bowled over by this attraction to this person. So there can be a percolating new love story that knocks your socks off coming up this week ahead for single Scorpios. Now, with the Jupiter being trine the sun as we move through the week, Tuesday through Friday, then this energy opens up the possibility of golden lucky opportunities in your romance house, but also in your grandchildren house. So if you happen to be of an age where your children are bearing children, the good excitement could be that you're going to be a grandparent. There also could be some positive energy regarding legal and court matters and success, or foreign travel and distant shores and romance, or creative and entrepreneurial and artistic projects and international success, or book publishing. This can take you back to August, what was going in August. This could be your creative artistic creations have viral hit success, and you have international exposure, and you get a deal, book publishing deal. But if you had that vibe going on in August, then it's coming back for fulfillment at a deeper and a truer level at this time, because Jupiter is hovering in the August degrees from last year. I wish you the very best. Oh, wait, anything else? You could feel like you won an inheritance jackpot under the sky, okay? From money coming from a paternal figure, a father figure. And the jackpot could be in alignment with, it feels like a win because, someone up your line could give you some money, basically, one way or the other. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising sign. What happens in the sky is that you're seeing a very positive Monday through Wednesday Venus, Uranus surprise or unexpected development or liberating breakthrough. It can be regarding your debts, your work situation, and your home life. Venus is exalting the bottom of the sky, and this also includes laborers or people you would hire, or servants or employees, and related to the home and beauty in the home. So there's some positive developments there, a surprising opportunity to work with a top designer and revive your home, or who knows what this is. I like this energy for you regarding unexpected, surprising developments that allow you to reduce or eliminate debts, especially if it's regarding property, land, real estate. Unexpected prosperity coming through inheritance monies or through your in-laws as well. And a lot of it will help you with your indebtedness if you have debts, including being able to pay down or pay off mortgages, etc., or cards, credit cards, or loans. You could find yourself with this lucky surprise connected to job opportunities, especially if you want to work close to home or in and from the home and you're seeking employment. And you may have an unexpected golden opportunity this week ahead to rent a property that is going to be exalted and bring you a sense of it's time to move to a better and bigger place. And the unexpected swiftness or opportunity for this new place to live in that you might be renting is coming through your sky. With Jupiter flowing to the sun, golden opportunities filled with goodwill, joy, and generosity are connected to the chunky money and the home. And again, that's where I'm tuning into money from your mom or dad or your inheritance line or the in-laws. If you have in-laws, could be coming your way, opening up some positive developments, or your spouse gets money and you benefit. Their family of origin passes land or money to your marriage, right? That kind of thing. If you're in the middle of a divorce settlement, because Jupiter retrograde in the 8th house can bring that to you, then you have some positive goodwill and joy as you two figure out how to separate the dog, the sofa, the money, the house. And things seem to be flowing. Things are filled with unconditional goodwill and goodness as you go through this process this week ahead. Conversations about this would have been going on in August, and now you might be fulfilling the story of separating out in a long-term love story. It's not a great story. Well, it could be a good story to meet somebody new, but you could meet them in the dog park. You can meet them in close to your home, and you can meet them because you're in a work situation, and you might find new love coming there for single Sages. Oh, all right. I'm on the end of the flu, day 10. I actually way better today, but I can still feel a little bit of it. That's why I made that big sigh. Sorry about the sigh. Oh, I bumped by Capricorn. Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. So Venus is loving up, sextiling, juicing up your romance and sex house. So if you are single and you want to meet somebody, then go out to the local neighborhood and spend time doing things in the local environment, or sign up on a dating app, or take a trip, or have a Zoom call or conversation. Emails, phone calls, texts, very third house types of communication, because there is a surprising positive development this week ahead regarding love and romance because of the Venus sextile to Uranus in the sex, love, and romance house. There may be an unexpected opportunity for travel or trips connected to romantic love, or as you're traveling, you meet somebody and fall in love. If you're already married or with somebody, then this could be an unexpected opportunity in the relationship for travel, leisure travel, romantic travel. I do think that your sibling, one younger, two younger, could get involved, and three younger or older, three or older could be involved in this week ahead with a positive surprise as well. And it may impact you financially in a way that you feel like you just won the lottery. Yeah. Because Uranus is in the house of winning money, right? Venus is exalted in the house of siblings. Possibly you could win some money off of this. So do play a lottery ticket this week ahead in the local kiosk, in the local 7-Eleven, because it has to tie to the local environment in which you daily inhabit reality for that good luck to come to you. And so therefore do not order it online. I really would be doing local, what do you call it? Well, you do it like the hospital lotteries, but also those local lotteries like the raffle tickets for the Kiwanis Club or something like that. All right. So good luck can come to you there. Unexpected news that one of your children is pregnant, but you're excited. You want to maybe go visit or travel to see them as well. Unexpected positive developments in the life of one of your children, especially connected to their professional advancement and success. Now, the second story this week that's quite good is Jupiter retrograde takes you back to last August in the house of committed spousal level relationship. Whether it's a legal marriage or not, do you cohabitate? Is it monogamous? Does it last more than a year? That's what I'm talking about. Jupiter retrograde means people from the past, whether they're legal spouses or not, returning to the now, talking to you in positive, goodwill, generous, golden opportunity ways to connect to travel, communication, ideas. So those things are playing out this week ahead. I guess I could say, if I combine all of the stories, some of you might be surprised by the opportunity to get back with an ex, then maybe that's something you never thought you'd do. But this might look really good for that. Some of it takes you back to themes of August of last year in the themes I've just discussed. Travel in regards to siblings that's unexpected and surprising, but exhilarating and positive as well. Siblings traveling to see you, or communications, phone calls and texts from siblings, especially. There's so many ways it could go, but the second half of the week, like Tuesday to Friday, is sibling 3 younger or 3 older is particularly activated this week ahead, regarding hearing from them in the past, coming back from the past. Maybe you're out of touch, that kind of thing. All right, that's what I got for you. It's a nice touch. It's a soft touch week ahead. Aquarius, I am one of you, sun, moon, and rising sign. First things we want to talk about here. There's a money surprise headed your way because Venus is in your earnings and resources house, exalted. So she's very powerful. She is sextiling Uranus in Taurus, the last sextile of a lifetime, actually. And he's got algal wealth star up his sleeve. And, there's something unexpected and surprising, maybe to do with wealth connected to mom, dad, family of origin, legacy wealth, or connected to your property, land, and real estate matters. And so you could have unexpected money regarding living in money for a property or money connected to land, unexpected opportunity to sell property. This guy's so mysterious. You get to get a solicitor, barrister, lawyer calling you and say, did you know that you've inherited, 50 acres of land from the Siberian shaman you met 20 years ago? Weird shit like that. Now, because of Jupiter and the sun trining, because this is definitely a positive money development or a positive real estate development this week ahead. But with Jupiter in the house of rentals trining the sun this week ahead in the second house of possessions, you may have a surprising and benefic opportunity to pursue a rental property opportunity that's surprising and exalted. Because Venus is in a money house, it could indicate coming into some money that allows you to perhaps pull off, I'm going to rent a 3-bedroom penthouse with a swimming pool, something good is trying to happen here. You might have some unexpected good news around debts and an elimination of debts in your life. Go back to August around rental properties, debts, and work opportunities as well. The sun is trining from the second house of earnings to the house of work, but with both a Mercury and Jupiter retrograde, work opportunities that definitely from Jupiter's vantage point take you back to last August. And now they're reemerging as sort of golden, lucky opportunities that bring goodwill and generosity to you financially, but also connected to your livelihood. Also, you might hear from employees that you haven't been in touch with from the past, or employer relationship stuff coming forward. And this elevates your career sector as well. So there's some good news around career, money, earnings, resources, property, land, and real estate. It's very likely, because Uranus is always shocking you here and you keep moving since 2018, thanks to Uranus. If you're going to relocate, this is coming under auspicious financial circumstances connected to work or coming into some money situation that's positive that allows for you to relocate. It looks more rental oriented than anything in my view, rather than purchase, but I could be wrong about that. And I like this for paying down or off a debt and no longer need to sustain the payments of a debt that you've been under for a while. Golden opportunity to relieve yourself of a debt. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. You're not last, you're never least, you're best and always best. Let's get started. I kind of vibe out here for you that you probably have been feeling good about yourself with Venus exalting you for the last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, and really feeling like you've got your A game on. With you're feeling good about being you feel good about your facial and body and your wardrobe. You just feel good, and people like you and you like people, and you're charismatic and charming as all hell. That's you, that's Venus. And you're lucky. If you've had any health challenges here, which can happen with the nodes on this axis, you've been dealing with Venus's blessings to protect you and make sure that even with a health challenge, you're coming out on top. So all of that aside, now Venus, right, is exalting you in her transit through your sign, sun, moon, and rising. All lean into that. And she's going to give you a positive surprise vibe Monday through Wednesday in the local environment. Now, It can be so many things. It could be unexpected, surprising social opportunities. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, unexpected surprises connected to siblings, connected to neighbors, connected to neighborhoods. If it's going to bring you some money, and it could, money from a sibling, money from an aunt, uncle, cousin, niece, or nephew, money connected to journeys and travel, money connected to social media landscape, and something going very, very well, even viral. Venus owns that Taurus land, and she's exalting you. So this is a really good chance to make money online, including, marketing, selling, maybe writing, communicating, scrying and divining, and up and becoming available, pitching a shingle and making money here. I like this as well because of the trine from Jupiter in your 5th house of good fortune, and he's slowing back to the sun in your sign. Golden lucky opportunities are emerging for you this week ahead. And technically, forget about that eclipse in your marriage house. We covered that on Sunday's drop. We'll close our eyes about that for now. Jupiter trining from the 5th house could be good news coming to you regarding your children. And it may take you back to last August and your children, but also it could connect you to news about a first or second born child. That's good news, and it could involve fertility. There may be news that more children are going to enter into your life vis-a-vis your children. Now, if you are a childbearing male or female age and you want to be pregnant, this is a fertility transit. And there may be unexpected surprises here that you are indeed pregnant. So you or your partner, that is. So if you weren't thinking of baby making, you may be baby making. Otherwise, it could be about grandchildren. Play the lottery. Venus exalts you as a money goddess. She's in a broad trine to Jupiter in the house of winning money. We have a solar trine that opens up the potential that you could win some money and pay off all your debts. So it's a good week for feeling like you won money, like life is supporting you and you feel so lucky, or literally winning money. You're one of the signs that should not let this week pass without buying at least one lottery ticket. It can't hurt. Don't overdo it. See what happens. Let me know in the comments if any of you do come into what feels like winning money, feeling good about your financial fortune, and feeling lucky that way. Well, thank you for listening to This Week Ahead. It's a light touch. Don't forget, there's much longer videos on my channel, and the eclipse video from Sunday is one of them. And you might also want to watch the video about Mercury retrograde that came out the Thursday before this Monday's drop, because I really covered the 3-week story and the broader picture of the Mercury retrograde, and it'll still be germane to this week ahead, but I'm not repeating myself. That video was dropped last Thursday, so go check it out. I have playlists on my channel, and one of them is called The Week Ahead Astrology, and other ones are big things you need to know in 2026, so you can always find them on my playlist on my actual YouTube page. All right. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Check out all the stuff I offer below. I'd love to see you in my teaching rooms and Patreon, and reading my Substack World Astrology, or joining me there as a paid subscriber. The World Astrology is free. I am now going to stop working and take a break. Have a good day, everybody, and I wish you the very best.
Lunatic astrology.